Good morning, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to the videos, and welcome back to Glasgow. So today's the first day I'm going to go watch some racing. I am on my way to the Sir Chris Hoy Velodrome to watch some track cycling this morning. Beyond that, don't know what today holds, but yeah, gonna head to the Velodrome now. I have a friend from the club at home who's flying over from Belfast this morning, so I'm gonna go meet him and watch some track cycling. Obviously they're trying to encourage people not to drive to the events and to use public transport or to cycle to the events. So I was going to take my bike and cycle to the Velodrome because I have my bike with me anyway. But then because I don't know what we're doing afterwards, there is secure bike parking all over the place, but because I don't know what we're doing afterwards, I don't want to be lugging my bike around all day from parking spot to parking spot. So instead of taking my bike, I'm going to go find one of the Glasgow public hire bikes and hire one of those bikes for the day, or not for the day, just kind of by the half hour or hour, and that way I can cycle to where I need to go and then lock the bike up at one of the docking stations when I get there. So that seems like a better option. Okay, I found the bikes. Let's see if I can figure out how to work them now. These are the same guys that do the bikes for Belfast bikes. Okay, so get the app. So rent bike. Oh, this one's an e-bike. Okay, let's do that. Okay, the lock has just opened and I guess I'm now renting this e-bike. Cool. The next challenge will be to navigate my way through Glasgow to get to the Velodrome. If you watch my Brunton video, you know I had difficulty navigating my way through London. It's going to be the same here, but we'll give it a go and see how we get on. This e-bike only has 30% battery though, so hopefully it is enough to get me there. Otherwise it's going to be a very heavy bike to pedal. I'll be honest, I don't know that the E-Assist is doing an awful lot on the bike here. Doesn't feel like I've got an electric assist.
Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep them out in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world but keep the sky on your mind. Flying, get on board.
Okay, successful ride and navigating my way through Glasgow out to the Velodrome. Nigel has just arrived at the airport, so he's probably half an hour away. So I'm going to go on in, get our seats, and then I will come back out, get him in when he arrives. Pretty excited, I've never been to a Velodrome before, or seen track cycling in the flesh. I'll not have a clue what's going on, but it should be exciting. So I've arrived at the Velodrome, but they have a bit of a stupid rule, right? So they've taken my camera off my Fuji X-T4, put it in my bag and have to lock it away. I'm not allowed it in. So I'm not allowed my Fuji X-T4 into the Velodrome because it has a detachable lens. That's the reason they gave me. Yeah, somebody could have, you know, like a bridge camera, you know, that doesn't have a detachable lens but has like a 20 or 30 times zoom and a built-in flash, and that's okay. But because my XT4 has a detachable lens and I don't have a pass for it, I'm not allowed it in, which seems bonkers to me. Anyway, doesn't really matter, it's not the end of the world, but yeah, it just seems like a silly rule. Anyway, gonna go find my seat, and then hopefully Nigel will join me soon.
Glasgow. 3, 2, 1, get out!
Our seats are incredible, literally in the front row. Ah, this will be amazing. Also, I didn't realise how steep the Velodrome walls are. They're basically vertical. It's bonkers. So, got my camera back, and they stole it, found Nigel. I just watched track cycling for the past 4 hours, but I could watch it for another 4. It's incredible to watch, especially the tandem, the para-track cycling with tandem, unbelievable. So hopefully I've put a little series of clips and stuff in before this, but yeah, really good. Starting to rain a little bit. I think it's forecast to rain pretty heavily this afternoon, so we're going to try and get back into the centre of Glasgow now on bikes again if we can, and find some.
60,000 people leaving Celtic Park.
Yeah, there's about 60,000 people getting out of Celtic Park at the same time, and everybody heading the same direction. So we'll see how this goes. Oh, no. Nigel's directions here are as good as his navigating on a Saturday morning connect ride. He doesn't hear me slagging him off. He'll have to watch this video and see. We successfully negotiated our exit from Celtic Park, and we caught a bit of the junior road race there, so I think we're just going to go for a wee wander around. We've also found a very interesting bus. All the buses, oh no, there's Montrose Street, that's the street.
Yeah.
So we found the team buses, which is quite
There's
cool.
a few trainers that could be handy.
Do you think G would mind if we stole one of their tax trainers?
How long is the circuit around then?
Down in George Square in the fan zone, just to see what's happening.
Little bit of daylight for Juan David Sierra. Target. He was 8th senior ranks this year, and the 15th behind. The question is, would it be a useful addition to have?
The junior men's road race is still taking place at the minute. We're right in the middle of George Square, and it's like looping around us. And this is the fan park area that we've been in. The noise. They do have a little mascot for the Worlds in Glasgow this year, which I couldn't help but buy. I say I'm buying it for my kids. I'm missing my son's birthday by being here this weekend, so I'm a bad parent, but I've got him a little gift to make up for it. I've got him a little UCI Highland Coup. Apparently these are quite hard to get, but there's loads of them in the gift shop, so yeah, this is for my son.
In first place, UCI World Champion and winner of the gold medal, representing Denmark, Albert Phillipsen.
Well, we managed to take in a few laps of the men's junior race. It's just finished. It was won by, didn't catch the guy's first name, something Phillipsen from Denmark. We'll keep an eye out for him in the Tour de France in a few years' time. He was a full minute ahead. So yeah, we're now going to head up to Drygate Brewery, where Rouleur magazine are putting on an event with Nico Roach, Irish former pro rider. So we're gonna go check that out.
Years on it. There's your gravel mark there.
The line and the drop above to what? Like a pearlescent. So we're at Drygate Brewery for the Rouleur event. And already have bumped into Matt Stevens, which was quite cool, and then was chatting to somebody from Laka, which was great. I use Laka Insurance, so does Nigel. My referral code for Laka Insurance is in the description below. Shameless plug. I don't know what you get with my referral code. Nigel, what do you get if you use my referral code?
I think it's 25 quid credit, I think.
There you go. If you use my referral code, or Nigel's referral code, which is not in the link in my description,
We'll get it posted.
you will get £25 credit. So will I, to be fair, just to be clear. But yeah, so tonight there are a few guests. I guess the main one we're interested in is Nico Roach, who's former Irish road race Irish national champion, wasn't he?
Probably a few times.
So, but also one of the guests is Axel Merckx, who is Eddie Merckx's son, but is the manager of a UCI team as well. So yeah, should be a good event.
7th in
Fifth.
5th.
Yeah, quarterfinals.
Oh, Wikipedia's got it wrong. So
Don't trust
you should
Wikipedia.
go in and correct this.
It all started when I announced my retirement in October, and literally the next day I get a phone call from a marketing company in Dublin saying, "Hey, we're looking for an extra athlete for Dancing with the Stars."
It allowed me to get to know the industry and the people involved in it in such a wonderful and intimate way.
Through that, because the scratch race it's a unique one, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I think this might sound bad, but it's actually the first race I've gone into sort of knowing a plan.
With each other over the years, although I obviously know a lot about what we've done. But we were just reacquainting briefly, and the fact that we rode the Giro d'Italia in 2000, and my teammate Max Sciandri was in the break with you, and you obviously remember that stage. It was your first and your only Grand Tour stage win. So before we kick things off, can you just recount that day? Because didn't they get the kilometres wrong? Was it like something like 285 k's or something?
Yeah, it was.
It was just.
Well, the saddle fell off like at the start, so you know, the saddle went like. I'm blaming that for my poor performance, not my bad fitness. Good work. Okay, that is the end of today, whatever day. What day is today? Saturday. We're back at the apartment. It's like 11 o'clock at night. We haven't had dinner. Basically, we went straight from watching the junior men's road race in Glasgow. We went out to Drygate Brewery for the Rouleur event, and bumped into Matt Stevens, which was pretty cool. He was hosting the event, so I was chatting to Matt Stevens. That was great. And then there were different people being interviewed. So you had Nico Roach, which was really, really interesting. You had a photographer who does like Tour de France photography, Dominique. Yeah, I'll put a link down below. Dominique, who does like cycling photography. Really interesting, especially as a photographer. Then you have William Tidball, who is the newly crowned Scratch World Champion from the Velodrome. And he, like 23-year-old world champion of Scratch race in the Velodrome. Really, really interesting. I'm going to go watch that Scratch race now, actually. But yeah, really interesting interview with him, fascinating. And then it finished off with an interview with Axel Merckx, Eddie Merckx's son, also really interesting. And then the night finished off with Nigel and I doing a Zwift race in the bar. Why not? I lost out because my saddle collapsed before I'd even set off. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. But yeah, that was good fun as well. But yeah, that was our day today in Glasgow. Back at the apartment now. I've got a big Domino's pizza for dinner because I haven't eaten since lunchtime. And up tomorrow, gonna head into the city about lunchtime and watch the men's late road race. So I will see you tomorrow. We are back on the city bikes again, heading into Glasgow city centre to catch the men's road race today. enjoyed it.
What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
The city bikes are actually a great way to get about the city, and the cycling infrastructure in Glasgow, like, it's not as good as London. It's not amazing, but it's a lot better than Belfast and Northern Ireland. So yeah, the city bikes are a pretty good job. Okay, we're in the city now. The men's road race was stopped for about an hour there due to a protest outside Glasgow. So I didn't know if it was like Just Stop Oil or what it was, but somebody had glued themselves to the road or something. So we have a bit of time. I think it's about an hour before the race is going to get into Glasgow. They've just started the race again, so it's, I think, about an hour before the race gets into the city. And then they have once they get here, they have 150 kilometers to do of laps of the circuit. It's meant to be 10 laps of the circuit, I think, but they're talking about reducing the number of laps to keep the time short because of the protests. So before we go find a spot on the circuit, I'm gonna go check out a cool little cycling art exhibition thing, and then we'll go find someone to watch the race.
Dangerous times, don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world and keep the sky down.
That was a cool little event put on by Pedal Power. It's like a bike shop, so it's like Bicycle and Art Collective. So some of Chris Hoy's bikes were up there, some of his Sir Velos. There were Pinarellos, there was Nest Works Tarmac, Assos were there with their, I guess, bike clothing. So yeah, that was cool. There were a few artists there, photographers, guys doing like prints and stuff. So I'm going to go on, and there were a few prints that I really liked. There's a couple from Glasgow, a guy's done some prints for Glasgow for the Worlds, and he also had a Belach na Ba print, which I have cycled and I have tattooed on my left wrist. So I definitely want to get one of the Belach na Ba prints, but because I'm cycling home tomorrow, I don't have any space to take it home on the bike without it getting wrecked. So I'm going to go onto his website. I can't remember his name, but I will put a link to it down below. And you can go check out his cycling prints there. They're pretty cool. We're gonna go find a spot on the circuit to watch the race, hopefully on Montrose Street, which is a bit of a climb, and catch the race coming in. Yeah. So riders have entered the circuit. We are just round the corner from Argyle Street and right at the front. It's gonna be amazing. Nigel, who's your money on for the race?
I said Van Aert and I'm sticking with it.
Nigel thinks Van Aert's going to take the jersey. I think Van der Poel's going to take the jersey. We'll find out in a couple of hours, I guess. race has done a couple of laps through already, so we watched in one spot. We're going to head hopefully up to Montrose Street, which is the climb, and see them up there. The great thing about this circuit is it's basically like a crit, so 10 laps in through the city centre, through all the corners. It's unbelievable to watch, absolutely unbelievable to watch. I got myself a UCI cowbell. This will be going to me with every race that I visit forever. Well, that was the last lap, coming past Van der Poel miles ahead, which was my prediction, and he's just crossed the line. So Van der Poel is the new world champion. So Nigel and I are heading down to George Square to see if we can get into the medal presentation. I don't know that we will, but we're going to head that way anyway and see. As expected, the presentation area is completely full already, so we'll not get in. This is class. We're just kind of walking down through all the buses and cars. Nielsen Paulus, US rider for EF, just rode past us. Yeah, it's just cool.
Yeah, there's no other sport you get so close.
Yeah, you wouldn't get so close in any other sport. You're right. So I mean, Nigel, predictions were pretty good. I had picked Van der Poel to win, and he won. Nigel had picked Van Aert to win, and Van Aert came in second. So yeah, not bad calls. Shame I didn't put a few quid down on it.
Can I have a signature?
Okay, that was pretty cool. Hung about the team buses and stuff. I hung about at the Belgian team bus. Didn't see Wout van Aert, but saw Jasper Stuyven, Tish Benoot, Remco Evenepoel. Nigel's way back to the airport to go home. I am now going to a Wahoo pop-up for the evening, and then I gotta go back and pack my bike packing bags to cycle home tomorrow.
Wheel, Ben, give us a wave. Woo! there's Ben. So once you've had a go, head over to Ben and he'll enter your name on the wheel. We'll spin the wheel. If you're still here and your name comes up, you win a kicker. That split screen if you can, John. Get in that split screen, John. And go nearer to the front now. He's still in the lead and he's taking the long way round every single corner. I don't know what.
So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you.
Okay, it is the next day, it's Monday. That Wahoo Le Col Brewdog event last night was brilliant. Basically they had 3 Wahoo kicker bikes set up at the front and connected to RGT, which is Wahoo's version of Zwift. And it was a 2K circuit, like 2 laps of Canary Wharf on their platform. So flat 2K and competing against each other to see who would get the best time. I was quite pleased with my time, given that I'm not a sprinter. I did it in 3 minutes 13, but that was nowhere near the top of the leaderboard at all. So like the guy that won did it in 2:40 something, which is fast. So yeah, but it was really, really good fun. Got a few freebies, that was great, but it was so loud and then late by the time I got back, so I didn't get to film the ending last night. So just doing it today. So I am on the road. I am on my way from Glasgow back to Ayr to get the train down to Stranraer, to cycle to the boat, to get the boat to Belfast, to cycle back to Ballymena. So I've got about 36 miles to ride this morning, and then 8 miles from Stranraer, 6 miles from Stranraer to Kinryan to the boat, and then another 30 miles when I get home to Belfast. So 60, 70 miles, 100 odd K today. But this weekend has been brilliant. This weekend has been absolutely incredible. The atmosphere in Glasgow, the whole immersing yourself in cycling culture. A few people have commented, you can talk about cycling all the time and people don't look at you funny because they're into it as well, you know. So it was good to be around other cycling people, which is brilliant. Met some cool people, met, you know, Matt Stevens, met Chris Hall, got to ride with a few different people, and just generally had loads of fun. It was really, really good crack. If you ever get the chance to go see a World Championships, do it. It's absolutely incredible. I don't know when they're going to be back in the UK, but if they're ever near you, anytime coming up soon, definitely make an effort to try and go see them, because they're absolutely brilliant. Anyway, I'm going to keep going on down the road. I'm nearly at Kilmarnock, so I'm going to go Kilmarnock and then on down the road to Ayr. I'm not really going to video my ride today. I'm not taking the scenic route. I'm taking just the most direct route back, giving myself plenty of time to get to the train and get to the boat. Although that being said, it's down the side of the A77 and there is this completely traffic-free bike path. Again, questionable surface and a lot of debris in it, but still cool that this exists. This is a thing, which is great. Also not kind of gonna video it because I've spent the whole weekend shooting photos and videos and different things. So just gonna ride down and head home. guys, thank you for watching as always. I really appreciate it. If you're a new subscriber, thank you. If you've been around for a while, thank you. Please do make sure you subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. If you've enjoyed this video, press the like button and do leave me a comment. Were you at the Worlds? You know, what did you think of it? But yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, leave me a comment as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.